大家好，欢迎收看《同志一番人》。近2个月，全球同志运动进行得如火如荼，先后有4个国家在同性婚姻立法上有了实质性进展。同性婚姻无疑已成为当今世界政治舞台的一大亮点。说到政治舞台，全球第1位女同性恋总理、冰岛总理约翰娜·希约尔扎多蒂将于4月15日至18日携夫人约翰娜·莱兹多蒂正式访问中国。冰岛于2010年正式在法律上承认同性婚姻，女总理及其夫人是冰岛历史上第1对缔结婚姻的同性伴侣。同时，这也是中国官方首次接待最高级别的外国同性恋领导人及其伴侣。2月5日，英国下议院以400比175的票数通过了2014年同性婚姻合法化草案。草案建议到2015年实现同性婚姻合法化，同时允许民事结合的伴侣转为婚姻状态。2月12日，法国国民议会以压倒性多数通过同性婚姻法案。该法案将允许同性结婚及收养子女。即使几周后数万名法国民众走上巴黎街头抗议，也不能阻止全球婚姻平等权利的进程。4月12日，法国参议院通过了该法案。5月，国民议会将就此进行第2轮也是最后一轮投票。该法案有望在2015年实施。3月13日，新西兰国会以77比44的票数在第2轮投票中通过了同性婚姻法案。直等4月份再进行一次形式化的第3轮投票，就将正式生效。4月2日，乌拉圭参议院以23比8的票数通过了平等婚姻法。4月10日，该法案获乌拉圭众议院通过，这使得乌拉圭成为继阿根廷之后第2个通过相关法案的拉美国家。至此，全世界范围内已经有12个国家承认了同性婚姻的法律地位。现在我们把目光转向美国。美国俄亥俄州共和党参议员罗伯·波特曼原本非常反对同性婚姻，但因他的2儿子威尔向他出柜，波特曼深爱子女，通过儿子了解到同性群体，于3月14日公开宣布改变立场，支持同性婚姻。
Facebook and Twitter are getting a paint job in a shade of marriage equality.
大家现在看到的是3月26日美国广播公司的视频新闻。当天，美国最高法院9名大法官正式听取加州禁止同性婚姻的8号提案正反双方辩词。作为声援，美国最大的同性恋人权组织 HRC 将自己的标志改为红色，并号召人们使用这个标志。当天，在脸书及推特上，人们纷纷把自己的头像改成红色等号，甚至13位美国国会议员也加入到这场换头像行动中。3月18日，美国前国务卿希拉里·克林顿与同性恋人权组织 HRC 合作录制视频，宣布支持同性婚姻合法化。
A little over a year ago in Geneva, I told the nations of the world that gay rights are human rights, and human rights are gay rights, and that the United States would be a leader in defending those rights. Now, there were some countries that did not want to hear that, but I believe America is at its best when we champion the freedom and dignity of every human being. That's who we are. It's in our DNA. And as Secretary of State, I had the privilege to represent that America. I will never forget the young Tunisian who asked me after the revolution in his country how America could teach his new democracy to protect the rights of its LGBT citizens. He saw America as an example for the world and as a beacon of hope. That's what was in my mind as I engaged in some pretty tough conversations with foreign leaders who did not accept that human rights applied to everyone, gay and straight, when I directed our diplomats around the world to combat repressive laws and reach out to the brave activists fighting on the front lines, and when I changed State Department policy to ensure that our LGBT families are treated more fairly. Traveling the world these past 4 years reaffirmed and deepened my pride in our country and the ideals we stand for. It also inspired and challenged me to think anew about who we are and the values we represent to the world. Now, having left public office, I want to share some of what I've learned and what I've come to believe. For America to continue leading in the world, there is work we must do here at home. That means investing in our people, our economy, our national security. It also means working every day as citizens, as communities, as a country, to live up to our highest ideals and continue our long march to a more perfect union. LGBT Americans are our colleagues, our teachers, our soldiers, our friends, our loved ones. And they are full and equal citizens and deserve the rights of citizenship. That includes marriage. That's why I support marriage for lesbian and gay couples. I support it personally and as a matter of policy and law, embedded in a broader effort to advance equality and opportunity for LGBT Americans and all Americans. Like so many others, my personal views have been shaped over time by people I have known and loved, by my experience representing our nation on the world stage, my devotion to law and human rights, and the guiding principles of my faith. Marriage, after all, is a fundamental building block of our society, a great joy and, yes, a great responsibility. A few years ago, Bill and I celebrated as our own daughter married the love of her life, and I wish every parent that same joy. To deny the opportunity to any of our daughters and sons solely on the basis of who they are and who they love is to deny them the chance to live up to their own God-given potential. Throughout our history, as our nation has become even more dedicated to the protection of liberty and justice for all, more open to the contributions of all our citizens, it has also become stronger, more competitive, more ready for the future. It benefits every American when we continue on that path. I know that many in our country still struggle to reconcile the teachings of their religion, the pull of their conscience, the personal experiences they have in their families and communities. And people of goodwill and good faith will continue to view this issue differently. So I hope that as we discuss and debate, whether it's around a kitchen table or in the public square, we do so in a spirit of respect and understanding. Conversations with our friends, our families, our congregations, our co-workers, are opportunities to share our own reflections and to invite others to share theirs. They give us a chance to find that common ground and a path forward. For those of us who lived through the long years of the civil rights and women's rights movements, the speed with which more and more people have come to embrace the dignity and equality of LGBT Americans has been breathtaking and inspiring. We see it all around us every day in major cultural statements and in quiet family moments. But the journey is far from over, and therefore we must keep working to make our country freer and fairer, and to continue to inspire the faith the world puts in our leadership. In doing so, we will keep moving closer and closer to that more perfect union promised to us all. Thank you.